Cody Becker in with another Vinyl Finds video, and it's I think like 2 record store day drops have passed since the last time I've actually done a video, so definitely been slacking, but you know, we're just a couple weeks away now from the Black Friday record store day, which is crazy to me. I mean, this year just keeps going faster and faster, but I did have several things I picked up in the last month or so, a lot of record store day stuff, but the first thing I am going to show is the recently released Tom Petty, Wildflowers, and All of the Rest. This is the 9 LP box set version. I definitely had to splurge and get this one. There was I think it was a 3 LP, a 7 LP, and a 9 LP, but you know, figured if I'm going to get the one with the box sets, I'm definitely just going to go all in and get the massive 9 LP box set. But this is an album that I've been just dying for them to reissue on vinyl for a long time, and I know that you could get it in the box set with like all the studio albums that came out, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago now, maybe even longer ago, but definitely really happy with this set. I've not been able to listen to all of it yet, but I've got most of it down, but just an awesome set. You know, the Wildflowers, All the Rest, the home recordings, you got some Wildflowers live, and then there's alternate versions as well, spread out onto 9 LPs. And this one in particular has a hardcover book as well, but you know, just a great set. The sound quality on this is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it just sounds so good. Definitely one that I'm glad that I finally have on vinyl. I mean, the original copies from 1994 were just going for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I got that at the Electric Key Records as well in Franklin, Indiana. And I also went to the Electric Key Records a couple weeks ago. It was actually my first stop on the October record store day I dropped, and I picked up a few things there. I picked up the Austin Powers International Man of Mystery soundtrack, which is on colored vinyl as well. It's on a yellow, it's on an orange and a pink. But I always really liked the Austin Powers soundtrack. This first one and the second one are ones that I'm just definitely remember having fun memories of listening to as a little kid. But I also picked up Warren Zevon's Greatest Hits, according to Judd Apatow. Solid set list. My only real complaint is the cover. They have one random cover on the it's the last song on side A. It just kind of seems kind of out of place. Not that it's a bad cover or anything. It just seems kind of out of place. You just kind of seems like it would make more sense to have all Warren Zevon on this instead of someone doing a Warren Zevon cover. It could just be me, but I mean, if you wanted to do like a Warren Zevon cover album put on there, I would have no complaints. But overall, pretty solid set. Anytime I see a Warren Zevon, I definitely usually have to grab it. He's definitely one of those guys I just think is just a brilliant singer-songwriter, and definitely died way too soon. But next, honestly, most of the next stuff I'm going to show all came from the Vinyl Rescue Project. Picked up Iggy Pop, Kiss My Blood, which I think was actually a record store day drop release in August, but I saw it there, picked it up. Elisha from Paris, France, 1991. Solid sounding album of Iggy Pop live. And it is on the colored vinyl as well. I'm not going to take it out of the box to show because the video is probably already going to be long enough. This is I believe this was a September drop of the Black Crowes Jealous Again single. It's got Jealous Again, Waiting Guilty, which is previously unreleased, and Thick and Thin on here. And I also picked up the Doors, the Soft Parade Stripped, kind of a cool different versions and different mixes of the some songs off the Soft Parade. It is on a clear vinyl as well. The package does kind of leave a lot to be desired. And this was also a September drop. It's Dinosaur Jr. Swedish Fist live at Stockholm, August 13th, 1997, and it is on colored vinyl as well. It's actually on this brown colored vinyl. But you know, solid live album from Dinosaur Jr. And then this is also a September drop. It's Brandy Carlisle doing Black Hole Sun and Searching with My Good Eye Closed, and she's actually plays on here with all the other guys from Soundgarden, so which is really cool that they play on there with her. But I know she does a phenomenal job with the covers. I mean, I always dig Brandy Carlisle. She's just an amazing singer and songwriter. And I believe the next few things I'm going to show are all Record Store Day drops from October. I picked up Eve 6. This is the Fly record live. This is just on the black vinyl. I think they did have a colored one as well, but cool live album that they did for the I think it was like the 20th anniversary of that album. Then I also picked up Double Whammy. It's kind of has a collection of 60s bands on here. I have not actually listened to this yet, so I'm not really sure how it sounds like, but it really caught my eye and kind of seemed something down my alley. So 1960s garage rock, rave, rock extravaganza. But definitely we'll check this out at some point. And also, speaking of Austin Powers, I did pick up the Spy Who Shagged Me, the soundtrack, at the Vinyl Rescue Project. And it is on this kind of gold, clear, colored vinyl. Then I might as well have just picked up a gold member as well to pick up the entire trilogy, but not really a huge fan of the track listing on gold member, but figured I would pick it up to have all the other Austin Powers soundtracks. Might as well go all the way. And the last thing I picked up at the Vinyl Rescue Project for Record Store Day anyway is the Grateful Dead Buffalo Memorial Auditorium, New York City. I don't know if it has a year on it or not. 5977. I actually have not yet even opened this yet, but I will at some point, and we'll dig into it. It's 5 LPs, but definitely one I was happy to get my hands on there. And really the only thing that I wasn't really able to get on Record Store Day that I'm actually still trying to track down is the Skid Row. I think the Electric Q Records got like one copy, it went right away, and the same thing with Vinyl Rescue Project, unfortunately. But you know, they're going for just an exorbitant amount of money on Discogs, and I mean, I like Skid Row, but I'm not going to pay like $150 for that album. But I did pick up several other just things he had in his store, probably within the last 2 months or so. I picked up Mr. Bungle, Disco Volante. I probably say it not wrong, but this is a Music on Vinyl reissue of their 1995 album, of course, Mr. Bungle. You know, Mike Patton's other band other than Faith No More. And I also picked up, this is actually a part of the collection. It had been in there for a while, and I kind of was debating on picking it up, and I finally did. It's Thick as a Brick and Thick as a Brick 2. I mean, when I saw Ian Anderson, he did Thick as a Brick in its entirety, and then he played the new album in its entirety, which was a little bit of a disappointment. I mean, the album, the Thick as a Brick 2 is what he's calling it. Not a bad album by any means, but when you see him in person, you kind of want to hear more of the Jethro Tull hits, not new stuff. But it does have a nice 2012 remix of Thick as a Brick, the first one, and the new album. So, and I know I really do like Jethro Tull and Ian Anderson's music in general, but it's definitely one of those things I felt like kind of needed to pick up for the collection, so I did pick it up. I also picked up Nick Mason's Sourceful of Secrets, him doing, of course, it's a live album of when he was doing the tour not too long ago with doing just early Pink Floyd songs. So it's sounds really great. I also picked up an original copy of Saxon Crusader and a Japanese copy of John Lennon and Yoko Ono Plastic Ono Band Live Peace in Toronto in 1969. Yes, I have the OBI strip and everything on there. I did have an original copy, but finding the OBI strip in the Japanese and stuff always catches my eye. I gotta pick it up. And this is actually I actually have this album already, Number of the Beast Iron Maiden, but found that in there, and it was actually a much better condition than the one I already had, so I decided to pick it up. And it was only like $14, so I definitely had to pick that up when I saw it. I also picked up Lonesome Crow Scorpions picture disc, of course, the Scorpions' first album. And I picked up, I'm sure I'm going to butcher his name because I mean, you guys hear me talk. I am not the most literate person, but Iggy Molbstein. This is a Inspiration, his original 1996 copy, and it's a album of him doing covers. He's got Carry On Wayward Son, Gates of Babylon, Manic Depression, In the Dead of Night. A lot of the music that influenced him. He did just covers of, so cool to find that in there. Then this is actually a 1997 copy of The Misfits' Static Age. Of course, it's just a compilation album of Misfits songs. Then I picked up another Mr. Bungle, California. This is also a music on vinyl version. Came out originally in 1999. And I picked up some used copies of some of the more recent 9 Inch Nails releases. This is the Broken EP with the 7-inch. I also picked up Pretty Hate Machine, which I actually already have a reissue of that, but it was so cheap I couldn't leave it behind. And then I also picked up the 2017, I think, reissue of Downward Spiral. And I have an original copy of Downward Spiral, but finding it an original or the reissue used makes it a lot cheaper, so I picked it up. I also picked up a reissue of Sailing the Sea of Cheese by Primus. And the last thing I picked up at the Vinyl Rescue Project is Rocky Erickson. Grill Mo's have pictures as well as a bonus 7-inch as well. That's all the stuff I picked up at the Vinyl Rescue Project. And I also did get one album off of Discogs. It's the Lit album. It's on white vinyl. This is the more recent reissue that came out, I want to say back in maybe March. But it is on, it's A Place in the Sun. I found a used copy on Discogs, so it was like, I think it was like $10. So that's why I kind of pulled the trigger on it, because I've been kind of eyeing it for a while, but then, when it pops up for that cheap, I was definitely going to pull the trigger and grab it. But, pretty good album from Lit. And the last thing I found is I actually got this at Half Price Books, an original copy of Theater of Pain, Motley Crue. Did not have this one, so definitely had to pick it up. It's in pretty good shape, and it was, Half Price Books had it pretty cheap, so I definitely picked it up. But that's really all the things that I have picked up in the last couple of months. Just kind of wanted to go through them rather quickly, for this video is not like 30 minutes long, but kind of crazy. The Black Friday Record Store Day is like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks away now. A few things on there that I am interested in. There's a few things coming out that I am looking forward to. The new Smashing Pumpkins comes out in a couple of weeks, which I have pre-ordered that a while ago when it was announced. The facelift Alice in Chains. Definitely looking forward to that as well, which comes out like next week. And that's really all I have to say. I hope everyone has a great day and stay safe. Thanks for watching.